and a very good day everyone. So today we will learn on sales data. As you can see over here, we do have a table where we have the date, invoice number, legacy key, sales gross amount and adjustment. As you can refer over here, in this data I have a manual task whereby I want to remove the zero and also I want to calculate the sales net amount. So what I do is, as manually, I'll just press Ctrl Shift L and then I'll try to remove the zero. So once I remove the zero, I press OK, and then the next step is I want to calculate a sales net amount. So I just type here sales net amount, and next step is I'll just calculate the difference between the sales gross amount and also the adjustment. So what I do is I just click this minus the adjustment. So once you just say I double click this, now we get this sales net amount, and this is the report I need to do on monthly. But what if I tell you, instead of doing this manual task every month, what if just say I can automate the report, so that the next time using Power Query I can automate the report. The next time I don't have to do this manual task anymore. So let's get started. Okay, so let me just close this file. So now if you look over here for the sales data, whereby we have the September sales, October sales, November sales. So monthly I have an assignment whereby I need to calculate the sales net amount. So how I can do it? Okay, what I need to do is I need to create the automation report, whereby the first step is step number one. I need to remove the zero. Need to remove the zero of legacy key. That means whatever zero here I need to remove. And then the second step is I need to calculate the sales net amount. So how I can do this task automation monthly, so that the next month I just click automation and it will be updated automatically and I can do my analysis. So what the first thing I need to do is I need to use Power Query. So let me go to a new file. Using Ctrl N, we can create a new Excel file. So I go to data and then I go to get data. In get data, I go from file, I select Excel workbook. Basically, it's telling us that we can import the data from an Excel workbook. So once I click this, you will notice that a box will appear. So in this particular box, I will choose the folder which I want to import. So let me go to this desktop and let me choose sales data, and I choose 009 September sales. I click import. So once I click import, it will take some time to load, and then you will notice that a big box will appear. A box named navigator will appear. So what I need to do is I need to select the sales data. I select this and then I press load. Okay, I select this, I press load. So once I press load, you will notice it will load to the Excel file. But the thing is, I don't have any intention to load the file. What I want to do is I want to do some automation. So what I do is I press right click, I click edit, and then once I click edit, it will go to the Power Query editor. So this is the Power Query editor is where I want to do the automation. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, like I told you, I want to remove the legacy key which has zero. Like this has 0, 0. So whatever has 0, I want to remove. So I click this and I unselect the 0. So basically when I press OK, so it will filter the 0. And the next step what I'm going to do is I want to find the difference between sales gross amount and also adjustment. So what I need to do is I need to select the sales gross amount and first, and then select the adjustment, and then I go to add column. So basically I want to create a new column, and I go to standard, I subtract. So in the subtract, you notice 1190 minus 10, we get 1180. So this is where I name as sales net amount. So this is the difference. So this is what I want to calculate. And then what I do is I just select this and I choose a date format, so that all the date appear. I go to home and I press close and load. So once I press close and load, you will now notice that we have already updated the file, whereby we have the date format, we have removed the zero, and we have already calculated the sales net amount. But what if just say you have the subsequent month, which is October, and how you want to do it? So what you do is you press right click and then you press edit. So once we click edit, if just say we want to change the data source, what we do is we go to data source settings. So once you click the data source settings, you will notice a box will appear. So the file that we choose is September. So I want to change source. So I want to change from September to October. Okay, what I'm going to do is I select the browse, and browse means instead of September, now I'm going to select October, and I press import and I press OK. So automatically it will change the file. I press close and I press close and load. The moment I press close and load, you will notice now we have changed from September to October, and we have also calculated the sales net amount. Okay, let us do one more time. So I press right click, I go to edit. So once I go to edit, it will go to Power Query Editor, and then I select data source settings. Data source settings tells us which is the original source we use to import the data. So I click this, a box will appear. I click change source, and then another box will appear. So what I do is I select browse, and this time I choose November sales. So I choose November, I press import, I press OK. So this October will change to November. I press close and I press close and load. So for the next month, you can actually calculate the November sales net amount.